It seems we can't go a minute without seeing health, nutrition, and pretty restrictive eating all over the media and social media. The message we get is, well, in order to have good health, you'll have to overhaul your life, completely give things up, not eat packaged food again. Now, not only is this not backed by science, it's not even doable for most people. It might get the clicks on social media, might be the more sexy thing to do, but it's not even effective or sustainable. Now, what if the most effective thing to do, and backed by science, were those small habits that we do every day that compound, that we can actually keep up? For it to work, we've got to be able to carry on with it. And what if these small changes could actually be good for the environment, for climate change, and for reforestation? I'm Vanessa Sturman. I'm a transformational health coach and award-winning speaker. I help people eat their way to great performance in a healthy way without ever dieting again. Eating foods that they truly love, built into even the most hectic of lifestyles, and eating foods that are truly sustainable, but without perfection and without having to be a particular nutritional label. Now, why do I care so much about this? 20 years ago, I had a binge eating disorder. Now, I was always a food lover, and I still am today, and I always cared about the environment, and I still do today. But what I was doing 20 years ago just wasn't sustainable. Either eating constantly and in large amounts, and then getting back on the diet train to try and combat what I'd just done. Really was not fun, sustainable, and it was harmful. That's when I started looking at evidence-based nutrition. I knew there must be a way to thrive, eat foods I love, and not have to be really restrictive. And that's what I want to give people today. Now, since then, I've become a sustainability consultant. I've become a behaviour change expert. I studied anthropology at the University of Cambridge. I ran a plant-based recipe website because I love food and I wanted to bring that to everyone. And I do what I do now, working with leaders, teams, other individuals, and even athletes, and without the dieting and making it fun. Now, why can eating in a certain way as well help our environment? If we all went to a plant-forward way of eating, now not only would that really help lifestyle disease, but we could actually free up around 3/4 of the agricultural land that we currently use now. That could be used for reforestation, help our wildlife, really help climate change. We also know that moving from a high meat way of eating to a low meat way of eating could halve your personal greenhouse gas emissions and help reduce the risk of certain diseases. Now, what are some of these small compounding habits that I'm talking about that I'm saying are so effective and easy to build into your life? For example, building in a handful of berries every day can not only reduce the risk of disease, but could also help your blood flow, your cognitive performance, and recovery from exercise. Building in a handful of nuts and seeds can also reduce your risk of things like type 2 diabetes and help cognitive performance. Now, these could be built into your daily oats that could be bought into a Tupperware at work, could be done in a hotel room. And if you're a chocolate lover, you could add in some cacao powder or cocoa powder that could also help your performance. I love chocolate here. Chocolate can be built in anywhere. It's really fantastic when we realise these small habits are what could make the big changes. They have to be things that we're able to do either every day or almost every day. My clients are so happy when they realise that adding and adapting their food is where the wins are. Adapting food from all over the world so you can have cuisines from wherever you want. And that variety makes things so interesting and good for our health. But you can make these small changes to anything that you're doing now. And that's why you can make those changes from today or tomorrow. Add that handful of berries, add the handful of nuts, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Planetary sustainability and personal sustainability are so intertwined. And the great news is we don't have to separate them when it comes to the food that we eat and building that into our nutrition in a doable way that really works for you. Thank you.